We are looking at the iPhone 15 Pro Max Titanium. This is a dark blue with a matte finish. Apple is very selective when it comes to colors from their Pro line. Taking a stroll along the outside of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, we can see our new button. This action button is meant to replace the mute sliders. To turn your ringer on and off, you now can customize this button to do all sorts of fun things. Next, we have to mention the USB-C cable that has shipped with all iPhone 15s this year. Thanks to a new regulation from the EU, we can now ditch our old USB Lightning cables, unless of course you have an older iPhone, then keep it of course. The Lightning cable is the most inconvenient cable in my life. I am so glad to see it gone. Next up is the iPhone 15 Pro Max White Titanium. This is the whitest and brightest of all the colors. Well, when it comes to the Pro line, here is the natural titanium, which is a more light sand type of color. The matte or frosted finish on this is pretty noticeable as well, a little bit more compared to the white. One thing that I was surprised by was the size of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's smaller than the 14 Pro Max. Just by holding it, you can feel the mass of the object is smaller and lighter. I know for sure the width of the iPhone 15 Pro Max is a little more narrow from last year's iPhone 14 Pro Max. The device even feels lighter just when holding them in my hands at the same time. Let's check out some cases from Apple. First up is the blue silicone case with a dark blue MagSafe wallet. Next is the orange silicone case with a black MagSafe wallet. Last, I'm showing you the new fine woven case. When attaching the MagSafe wallet, it gives you the option to connect the wallet to your Find My app, so you can find it through your app if you ever lose it. With the coming of any new Apple iPhone, we're always left with a little disappointment when it comes to the advances on the new iPhone camera and features. They seem to focus on the features they have, while Android is blowing them out of the water by bringing us new features, let alone Samsung, who gives us even more features and options that we know what to do with. Well, not this year. This is the year Apple finally gives us more options and more controls and choices than ever before. And if I'm being honest with you, it's a little overwhelming. But the real question is, does it take better photos? Let's compare some 14 Pro Max photos to some 15 Pro Max photos. The only thing I can think to do is to focus on the faces and the details to see, is it really any better? From the looks over here, it kind of looks the same. Now let's look at the same thing except a RAW image. To me, it still looks the same, but the RAW files, you can really dial in the color adjustments. Now, here's another little Star Wars character, Princess Leia. With her classic buns and guns ready to go to battle, just from looking at these characters, I'm not really seeing much of a difference with the 15 to the 14. But what about some of the portrait comparisons? Thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you back. Till next time, for the love of tech, namaste.